Hey guys, Kenny B here, Cities and Suburbs. Welcome aboard. March 14th, 2024. Oh boy, 64 degrees today and 41 tomorrow. You know, that's the way it is here in New England. Welcome aboard. Really quick video for you. Thanks for tuning in. Just some real quick items that I wanted to cover. I did watch the city council meeting the other night, and boy, those guys signed up for, I'll tell you, some of those meetings can last 4 hours, and they are, just really long. And the counselors, when you run for office, that's what it is. You are there to serve the people, whether it takes 20 minutes or 4 hours. Real quick, free parking for Polar Park. Polar Park is going to get underway with its, I believe it's the 4th season of the Worcester Red Sox, and there's going to be free parking Tuesdays in April and May, for every Tuesday in April and May, including opening day. Woo Sox fans can park for free at one of the 3 city lots. So let's look at that. 25 Madison Street, across the street from Coney Island Hot Dogs, okay? Union Station Garage at 225 Franklin Street, and McGrath Lot 40 Salem Street, next to the Worcester Library. So, when I first saw this, I thought, whoa, wait a minute, because what happens in the regular season without the freebie here is the crush on parking around Polar Park, and the taking of spots that businesses could certainly, benefit from having, people parking in front of your store and things like that are going to the ball game and not necessarily patronizing your establishment. And the parking is supposed to pay the $135 million, which is a lot more than that, but just on paper. As I always said, Mookie Betts, you can surrender a 30 your salary and pay that off in a minute, right? Anyway, what's $135 million these days? But so let's look at that with Polar Park. Again, city council meeting, I was watching it the other night, and I actually felt bad for the city council. I mean, the city council, to me, from the city manager down, I think they're moving in the right direction, but I will question myself, and I may name this video. Are we managing a poor city or a renaissance? And that's the balance right now. Worcester right now, as far as housing, the council was all over the housing problem, the homeless versus the unhoused, which is interesting way to distinguish, the demographic of that group, that are homeless. And anybody that's been homeless, and they testify here in Worcester on at the city council what it's like to be homeless, and you get so afraid of being homeless again. And no one should be homeless in America anyway. No one should be hungry. No one. But, and again, and I said, here we become the funding source for every freaking war around the planet. And look, I'm not saying anything that it's not necessary to help our foreign friends, but what is in our best interest is to take care of our crumbling inner cities, our infrastructure. So the city council, they have how long ever it takes. It opens up with, public testimony, and people from the public come in, but people from the public sometimes from the city, and you could be from Auburn, you could be really from anywhere, and you could testify to items on the agenda that you can print out ahead of time. And the huge agenda items, guys, were the homeless, the unhoused, and the traffic, okay? And then you get some people that are kind of in between, and they have their own agenda, and they kind of just show up because, they have an open microphone. So, this is just a little bit, you have 2 minutes to speak to the council. Each individual has 2 minutes to speak to the council on the agenda items. It's not like an open, free for all Friday where call and talk about anything on some of the shows. But so this gentleman shows up, and this is what they have to put up with.
Tom Farrington. My what? Social?
No, your city, where you live.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Perfect. Your item number?
25 Queen Street is shelter right now. Okay?
Okay, so
I
he's
don't come
homeless.
from this. Okay? And I'm not used to this environment
Unhoused.
whatsoever. I made over 6 figures, just not used to this type of treatment.
At this point, I'm wondering, is
Okay,
this person
but I ended up here.
inebriated?
Okay? And let me tell you how I ended up here. Okay? 8 years I spent on Ashland Street, 3 North Ashland Street, apartment number 3. No. I'm sorry.
This is where I started getting worried.
Apartment number 3 North Ashland, apartment number 5. Okay? I was on the 3rd floor. Okay? 6 and 5. All right?
So this is his personal testimony.
I lived
That's
there
not
for
what
8 years.
they're there to talk
up
about.
until the Killy Street gang decided to move in to the 1st floor. Okay?
Okay, so this
One person
gentleman,
moved in, then they was 6 feet. 6 people, okay? They killed them on the 1st floor.
okay,
Person to speak, please.
all right, so,
They killed them on the 1st floor. No more than 4 or 5 weeks later, okay? Coming back from the ATM, 4 of them pull up, and then
No, I hear you. I'm gonna ask you to let the next person.
so they had to silence his mic.
No, I'm gonna ask you. Okay, can you wrap it up? We're gonna ask the next person. Sir, can you please wrap?
Okay,
We can
so,
speak in my office. Yeah.
oh my God. So this is what, this is what the council has to go through in terms of, listening to the people of Worcester. Not that they shouldn't be listened to, but I'm funny. I watch the council meetings every Tuesday when they're on. This was the first meeting in a month, so I guess they're making up for lost time by making it 4 hours. But I'm questioning the public testimony. The public can weigh in. Maybe there's a different forum, but it really doesn't do the people well who are listening to put up with this nonsense. The police, and he came up a second time, about maybe a half an hour later. Realize they speak, their public speak, could be an hour and a half, could be 2 hours. And then the council gets into the agenda items. And so the agenda, no different. I know this guy, he's talking about, the conditions in Worcester, and, it's an old city, old infrastructure. I get it. You got the gangs, you got this, you got that. I mean, Kilby Street had to be renamed to Boys and Girls Club Way, I believe, or something of that like, to take away the stigma of, that district where Lafayette Street and, all of that stuff is. And the Polar Park came in and, urban renewal and kind of did away with all of that or pushed it to somewhere else. But anyway, so God bless the city council. But, city council, and they got into the whole, and there was one guy, a chiropractor right down the street from me on Lincoln Street, that was testifying that the redesign of Mill Street, which was actually put out by Vision Zero, the city has partnered with an international, multinational organization called Vision Zero, which started in Sweden, which really is about a multinational attempt to stop fatalities in any city. In Worcester over the last 10 years, from 2010 to 2020 plus, 40 people have been, hurt and killed by speeding automobiles. Vision Zero says that the maximum impact a person could sustain a 19-mile-an-hour hit. Okay, anything over that, you're kind of dead. And so that is a terrible thing. And so, the Mill Street item was on topic. You had a chiropractor saying, I'm working on patients that were in accidents on Mill Street. They got parking in the middle lane. You can go definitely and look that up online, the way Mill Street looks now. it's also, guys, you got to watch where you're going too. And so then we everything was on the agenda the other night. Growing chickens. I talked about this 6 months ago. Let's grow chickens. Let's grow chickens. You know, organic eggs are good for you. And okay, let's have that. But are you going to have it in the inner city? You're going to have it on the outskirts? You know, where all the beautiful people have a house to raise chickens. You're going to have them running around on Lincoln Street, and we'll see about that. But again, are we managing, you know, a poorer city or a renaissance? We have Polar Park, we have this, but Worcester's at 97% occupancy rate with its rental, okay? We need to catch up with housing. And when we say housing, it's so vast, you know? When we say the unhoused versus the homeless, you know, we were talking about this the other day. And, you know, homelessness has this, you know, embedded meaning that, you know, you're poor, you're on drugs, you don't have a job, so you're homeless. Where being unhoused kind of gives that responsibility back to the municipality, says, I mean, maybe this is what I'm thinking, you know, that we are responsible to provide housing for anybody who needs it. And Worcester is thinking about sanctioning, you know, homeless encampments, unhoused encampments, and all the camps that are around through the city, throughout the United States, 10 cities, okay? And making them safer with running water, medical, and I feel, you know, having a tent over you and even a medical personnel and a porta potty outside, that's not your home, you know? So tent citying the problem is not going to make it. We have to cut the head off the snake. I said that, you know. If I'm looking at a river that's beautiful, and you know, I want to go find out where the river started. Where are the headwaters? Where are the headwaters? Where is the headwater for all the problems we have? Is it because you have to go to school to get a good job? Okay. Is it fentanyl? Okay. Is it being in a capitalist economy? Well, what is it that's causing these issues in America as far as the unhoused? And so just a quick shout out to you know, it was Chastity and Zella Nunez who were gunned down stupidly, and the city council had a moment of silence for them. They also have a GoFundMe page, and they've raised $45,000 so far for those two gentlemen, I wouldn't even call them, the two killers. One was apprehended quickly, one was a flight, and they caught him in San Diego in partnership with you know, the authorities along the way. And back in Worcester they go. They will spend the rest of their lives in jail. I'm sorry, I'm pro death penalty for this stuff. I just think we're, you know, there's a line that has to be drawn in the sand. And whether it prevents crime or not, I don't want to pay $35,000 a year to keep killers in jail. That will never rehabilitate. You're just housing these folks. And I'm not saying in the future that's all we do is, you know, whack people because they whacked someone else. I'm not saying that, but there has to be some give and take of this life in prison crap. And that doesn't do them any well. It doesn't teach anybody a lesson, right? You lock them up, we throw away the key. Oh yeah, Charles Manson, how long did he stay in prison? He lived a better life inside than he did outside. Anyway, so, and then another thing that we're wrestling with, guys, should Worcester be a safe injection site? Should we be the first in the state to have a safe injection site where people can go shoot heroin, whatever they do, have medical staff and facilities there to, you know, assist them, you know, but people who are that dire for heroin, they're not even getting high anymore. They're getting, preventing themselves from getting sick, you know. As soon as they do this, they're falling over. And so what do? Send them on their way, you know, send them off with a goodie bag with, you know. So Worcester is really 97% occupancy rate. We still have the unhoused / homeless problem. We have drugs pouring into this city. Main Street is I'm looking at the economy. You know, we have so many problems, and certain sectors of Worcester look beautiful. Other ones look like we are a very poor city. And anyway, I'm not going to leave you with that, gentlemen, at all. But I will talk to you on the next video. But think about that. You can check out Worcester. I'll link below the City Council link, and you guys can watch it for yourself. And anyway, we'll see you next time, guys, on Cities and Suburbs. Welcome, and we'll welcome you then. All right, take care. Kenny B signing out. Take care.